So he's got done grading the coyotes. One question, Jeff. Are you interested in any coyotes like from back east in any sections at all? You know, just so guys know whether to get a hold of you on a eastern coyote.
As far as, I don't want to put that in a solid no, but it would have to be an exceptional coyote. Not necessarily size-wise, but it's got to be long, heavy coyote. I always joke about this. Our western coyotes, once you get them, see them out here, you're spoiled. You get somebody that is back east buying a large quantity of eastern coyotes, and then you flip him in a bunch of western coyotes, his head explodes. He just doesn't know how to do it. I'm originally from Michigan. I know what those coyotes are like back there. And a lot of our coyotes back there you could use for cleaning pots. They're thick, it's like a wire hair terrier. So probably not unless it's an exceptional coyote. And then yes, I would be interested. I am interested in some red coyotes. Good late season red coyotes.
That's really good to know, because there is when I was trapping back there, I got into a bunch of red coyotes. I mean, some of them even look like red fox.
Right.
You know,
right.
So yeah, keep that in mind, you guys. If you're getting a bunch of red coyotes that are good and not rubbed up and all of that, man, I would give Jeff a call.
Yeah. When you get into your mutations, the market isn't there for them. With red, I can take one red coyote and make a hat out of it, so we're good there. As far as you selling it on the open market, you're not going to get nearly what you should, in my opinion.
Yeah, well, even NAFA, I remember when NAFA was around, they didn't even want you to send the red coyotes. Yeah. Don't even send them, you know. So.
And of course, your black coyotes and things like that, you know, it's honestly, it's worth more for you to tan it yourself and either sell it or hang it on your wall than it would be for you to bring it to a buyer and sell it. Taxidermist is another outlet for them.
True.
Yep. Okay. Paul.
Yeah. It's a fall badger.
Yeah.
So.
Okay. For anybody that's interested, badgers aren't even worth looking at until the middle of December.
That's right.
With that being said, they're still good. Here it is the middle of April. They're still good. So if you get out there and you start trapping coyotes in November, leave your badgers late, because they're absolutely no good.
I took that one. I'll tell you why I took that one, is because the rancher wanted it dead.
Right. So. And that's the same way with me. I'm a trapper also. I start trapping the 1st of November. And are the hides the best? No, but they're marketable. So I end up catching 30, 40 of these things, and they're no good. I can't let them go because the ranchers would kick me right, you know, and I wouldn't have a place to trap. By the time that they are good, I've got them all trapped out and dead. So, Paul, this thing is flat. There's no hair to it.
It's a wall hanger.
Hole here. I don't want it.
All right, I'll send it off to Moral Mink. So.
Yeah, I don't want it. Fox. Western fox is a lot different than eastern fox. They're a lot paler. I think the fur's a little heavier, but they're a lot paler. Fox has also got a size limit. And again, I don't know of anybody that actually goes by the size limit until you get below large. On a red fox, your cutoff point is 28 inches from the tip of the nose to the tip, or to the base of the tail. Anything below that is a kit. Okay, this fox here is damaged.
Hold on a second. Let me move the camera over there. Yeah, I knew it was damaged.
Yep. That fox there is damaged right in the money.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. The best I'll pay for the best Western fox right now is $12. This thing is damaged. I would offer you 4 for it because its damage is right in the money. Again, at this time of the year, this market, you would be better off to have this thing tanned.
Right. That's what I'm gonna do.
Yep.
Yep.
Yep. You would be better off to have that thing tanned.
I knew what I had.
Yep.
And that's one thing you gotta do. You gotta know what you have before you come to the fur buyer.
Right.
You know.
Right. This right here is a good fox. Mm-hmm. Yep.
Timber fox. Boy, I seen a dandy on the way over here.
Did you?
Oh yeah.
Yep. I'll give you $12 for it.
Perfect.
Yep. Okay. Yeah. Oh, we can try to get everything together here. You're good with that?
Yeah.
Okay.
I know what fox you're bringing.
Okay. I can show you some Alaska fox. I just got back from doing that. That'd make you sick.
Oh yeah. Oh yeah.
Yeah. Bobcats. Look at that. Okay, this is what they're looking at. Your belly. A friend of mine, just the guy that I supply with fur, he just asked me, he got an order, the guy's making a 40 cat belly coat. So they all got to match. The problem with this cat here is that belly would be better off if it was out here. Mm-hmm. You know, it's good and clear and it's good spots, it's just not wide. So that's gonna hurt. He's good and heavy. He's got a fairly good back to him. Our backs out here ain't like the southern cats or even the southeastern cat. But the bellies are better. There is, let me stop now. There is a size limit on those also. And these will, a lot of your buyers, I personally don't, but a lot of your buyers will measure your cats. On a Bobcat, 32 inches is the cutoff point between large and medium. That's from the tip of the nose to the base of the tail. And then you will get to a 36 to 40. It's 32 to 36 is your large. 36 to 40 inch is your extra large. Anything above 40 inch is your double X. This cat here is going to make it, I'm sure. He is at 36 inches. Okay, they need to be 32. So, I mean, he's an extra large cat. Good belly.
Uh-oh.
This cat here. That's our problem child.
Yep.
Okay?
And the only reason I actually took this cat was because the leg was damaged.
Okay.
Otherwise I would have released it.
Right. Same thing, narrow belly. Dark is not clear. Like this. She's got teats right there. You can, I'll shake this up. You can actually see them without touching them.
Right.
This cat here, at best, I would give you $100 for.
Right.
At best. And that's terrible for a Western cat.
Right.
This cat here, narrow belly, good spots, narrow belly. I would offer you $250 for it.
Okay. Okay. Sold.
Okay.
So, you notice I know what I got when I come here. You know, like these here. I knew that this badger wasn't what it should have been, and I already planned on taking it back because I knew he wasn't going to want it. But you know, I just brought it basically for the video, and I knew this fox, you know, had damage. It was weak. That happened while I was fighting in a trap, so I knew I was going to bring this one back. You know what I mean? So you got to be realistic on what you got. You know, and don't argue with the fur buyer. You know, and then having Well, I guess you could argue a little bit. I mean, not get mad, but you know, you can go back and forth. But you know what you got and work with a good, fair fur buyer, and you know you have that good relationship that lasts and lasts and lasts, and you help each other out. So
this is another thing. If I can show you, and I forgot, I seen this earlier. I just didn't want to bring it on. He's got an old scar right there. Right there. Mm-hmm. You can see the scar.
Yeah.
When it gets to fur buyers, I don't want to alienate a lot of the trappers out there, and I know that, you know, I'll get phone calls and all that, I'm sure. But it irritates me. Everybody thinks that the big auction houses is the way to go. Let me explain something to you. I've got a friend that's got in excess of 30 links setting up at for auction house. He's had them there for 2 years and they still have not sold. Okay, another year they're going to sell them for whatever is offered, period. So he's going to lose. When you come on into your country buyer, you have all the control in the world. Paul can tell me to go right to hell, load his stuff up and leave. If you sell to an auction house, once your fur hits that truck, you've lost all control of your fur. You're going to take what they sell it for. Now, granted, you know, I'm going to give them the benefit of the doubt, and they're going to say, we're going to sell it for as much as we can, or we're not going to sell it. Or we're going to sell it for what it's worth, or we're not going to sell it. That is not the case. They are going to see what they think is a fair market value and what everything else is bringing. And if they don't want to sell it, yes, they're not going to sell it, but you're not going to get your money for it until it does.
Right.
You can say, I'm not happy with this $100. You know, I'll take $125. Then it's up to your fur buyer to say, well, is it worth? Is there $125 worth of fur there to me?
Right.
No, to me there is not. I offer what I think I can make. If you remember back there on those beaver and the coyotes, I threw number 2s in where I thought was number 1s. Or excuse me, I threw number 2s in my number 1 pile.
You're probably looking at the product you can make. Just how can I put it? You're looking at the beaver and say, what can I make out of this?
Right.
And how can I make it work where I can make money on it? And then you're giving me the maximum amount.
The maximum amount I can.
Right. Right.
Now I even when I sell them to somebody else, I try to make $10 per hide. Period. On coyote. Let me keep that on coyotes. Okay? It don't always work because if I were trying to buy 50 coyotes from you and I've got to take 2 number 2s and throw into a number 1 to get you to make that deal, I'm going to do it. Okay, well now I'm only making $8. You know, I've got to look at my average, not on the individual fur.
Correct.
Okay, you can't say, you know, I'm not going to sell them unless I get $50 a piece for it.
Correct.
It is not going to happen. Every coyote that you bring in is not worth $50.
Right. Right.
Know? So look at your averages, not your individual costs.
Correct. All right, Jeff. Well, buddy, I appreciate it. This has been awesome. I hope you guys got a little bit out of it. Let me just kind of show you something over here too. These are, now what do you call this when you put them out and you stretch them out like that?
That's called blocking.
Okay, blocking. That's right.
Right. These are already dressed fur. They're tanned. We wet them down. We stretch them out, and then we staple them. Then when I make garments, I can lay my pattern on here. Trace, I don't have any wrinkles. And just for instance, on a beaver, when I get that back, I can stretch that on and I will gain 10 to 15%.
Right.
It's like a leather pair of gloves. You stretch that on out, when they're stretched or they get bigger. If you don't staple them, they'll shrink back up.
Correct.
Well, you want this and left out there.
Right.
So I'm getting more product I'm getting 20% or 10% more product than what I would if I was to buy it.
Right. Right.
Yep.
Right. Now, if you look at these fox here, you know, what he used out of the fox right there was that square right there was used out of the fox. So now he talked about he's going to do something up in here, but all of this is going to be basically waste.
Right. This is all waste.
So
what I'm going to do, I'm going to take these 2 fox I'm going to cut this off here behind the head, and I'm going to sew these two pieces together. Like that. Okay, and then I'll make some hand muff or something.
Right.
But this falls back into that oddball colored fox or coyote that Paul pulled out. Is I would never find another coyote to match that.
Yeah.
To do anything with, and these two I can.
Right. Well, right on, Jeff. Well, I appreciate it, buddy. I hope you guys enjoyed the video and got something out of it. Give Jeff a call. Of course, I'll have his numbers up there and all of that. I'm going to get his card. I believe he's got a card, and get a picture of it, and I'll post that between scenes and in transitions and whatnot. So, yeah, just get a hold of Jeff if you want to sell some fur. Thank you all.